The logbook for me has been a strangely revolutionary little thing. It's changed my outlook, I think, on life and on just the everyday things. It's made them feel exciting. It's made them feel like they're worth doing. Because at the end of the day, I was getting an episode out and it was going to be different every week, and there was something really nice about that. I've enjoyed it a hell of a lot. I've been doing this style of video for, like a year now, and calling it a close right on the 1 year mark. It just feels right. But it's Monday. We've still got 1 week, still got a whole week of stuff. Currently headed to my popular music and context lecture, and there's somebody driving a really loud truck in the background. Who knows what else we'll get up to on this final Monday. Crows.
Last season of the Logbook.
Last season? Is every week a season? I don't think I've changed too much from the first Logbook episode, to be honest. I think I'm very much still the same person, which helps. That's actually quite a reassuring fact. In some ways. Some more than others. So I've just come home and I've realised I didn't make my bed this morning. If anyone was to ask me how I slept last night, I think this is a really good visual representation. This is how I slept last night. I'm ill. So I'm going to sort this out, I promise. And I'll put the pillows, on the right side of the bed. But anyway, tonight I'm cooking chicken and pasta, which I'm very much looking forward to. I didn't even get it out of my bag. Final review has been one of my favourite sections to film for the Logbook over the past sort of 6 months, I think now. I think it's been one of my favourites for a number of reasons. Most important of all being that it's a new hobby of mine, really. And having a new hobby is great because it means that it's something I'm actually investing my time into, and I really, really care for the stuff that I'm buying as well. Ultimately, I've just found it really, really satisfying to get a record from a charity shop and play it when I get home. It's one of the oldest forms of tangible media, and it's just cool. And having vinyl review is super relevant to what I do at university as well. And overall, I found it quite an exciting section to include. So I want to do a little section today called Vinyl Review, looking back on all of the vinyl reviews I've done and to rank my absolute favourite, which I must say has to be the Glenn Miller years. Not because I'm an old fart, but because this was the best vinyl deal I think I've ever bought. It's a collection of 7 whole LPs. It says there's 6, but there's actually a secret bonus one in there. They play wonderfully. They should have been £5, but they were in a half-price room at a vintage store, so I got them all for £2.50. And it includes some of my favourite swing stuff, and it's just great stuff to have on in the background, so I would definitely say that's my favourite choice of vinyl review ever. But for the honourable mentions, like the first vinyl I ever bought. One of my proudest finds, I'd say Band on the Run is definitely up there, because it's one of my favourite albums of all time. I just think it's super nice, investing my time and my care really, and my patience into listening to vinyl. It's made me really appreciate the music more. Because I'll admit I'm part of a generation that's so used to being able to just reach for the skip button that I sort of unintentionally lost a bit of an appreciation for a whole song. So being able to really sink my teeth into a bunch of LPs, and singles too, things I've never heard in my life before, has really forced me to just listen. For the simple art of just listening to a vinyl, and that's really helped me to appreciate new music, or old music really, but new music to me. There's something really magical about that. Speaking of singles, I'd definitely say my favourite single that I ever got was Elusive Butterfly by Valdunican, partly because my sister got that for me. There's like a bundle of singles for like £1 at a big open air market, and while a lot of them were just utter crap, there was one that really stuck out, and that was it. I'd never heard the song before, but I love that song to bits. Being able to share it with you on vinyl review was quite a special moment for me, because now that's one of my favourite guitar songs. It's my favourite one to play on guitar. Just a wee bit of reflection for you. Anyway, I'm gonna go and make my bed, because I've still not done that.
The Carpet King.
Today on Tally-Ho Records, welcome to the studio. I've decided to work on the floor because this is currently where my keyboard lives. I need to get 2 to 3 minutes on the Colombo thing. There are tiny hints of blue in the sky. That means it's going to be a good day. But yeah, welcome to what I can pretty much safely say is the strangest variation of Tally-Ho Studios there has been yet. This is my instrument. My sustain pedal is here. I need my headphones. That's what I need. Headphones. Where'd the movie go? Movie. There it is. I don't need no markers. I'm not an idiot. Okay. I do have a chord progression in mind. Alright, I know you can hardly see a thing. I'll tell you what. Premium angles here on the Logbook. Hello. I've got a harpsichord sound. Harpsichord? Is that like a rabbit piano with strings? That's not what a harpsichord is, by the way. A piano is a harpsichord, but with hammers. Harpsichord came first. Look it up. I want there to be at least kind of 3 repeats. So it's like a okay, this is getting there. Yeah, that's good. Here's the theory. When you play a C major scale, the major chords would be C major, D minor, E minor, F major. But then after playing the F major, if you go to the F minor, that leads almost perfectly back into the C. It's like a return that in pop is just the greatest thing ever. But my theory is by starting off in the F minor and then going to some kind of 7 to lead it back round to what should be C major, I'm gonna play C diminished. No, it's C minor major 7, sorry. I don't know my diminished. But that's C diminished because it's up 3, up 3. Gotcha. I want to get some element of drums in here. Expert filmmaker here. It's because the lower end of the stuff, like this is where the rim shot is. You need to be able to see it.
I just don't understand any of this.
I found another one. That's a Fothergill building. I'm wandering around aimlessly in town, just like looking at architecture, just for the fun of it. That is 100% a Fothergill. I love it.
The Carpet King.
Hello, welcome back to the studio. I'm gonna move the camera down a bit. I'm fearing you won't be able to pick up my voice too well. There's some amazing music being created all the time at this university, so you've got to kind of ignore the noise in the background. It's better than last week, you know, there's like nobody here. Why is this town looking like a ghost town? Where is everyone? That's ominous. In fact, let's go here. So a few days ago, I was emailed a really interesting brief. As far as I'm aware, this email wasn't sent to anybody else on my course. One of my tutors very kindly sent this to me. Basically, it's a brief for a short film. In this short film, I won't reveal too much information about it. I will just say it's representative of a strained relationship between a father and a son. And the score needs to be a little something like Whiplash. Now, for those that know that film, you'll know that it's headed massively by jazz drumming. But in the same way that that film deals with emotions through drumming, I've got to kind of do that for this short film. And it's very intriguing. I saw the brief. It was offered as kind of like a, you can do this if you want to do it. I got in touch with the guy because I thought it sounded really cool. Also, I'm a massive fan of Whiplash. The long abandoned first tom, I'm finally going to put here. I've also got my keys up here because when you hit it, it kind of... Okay, it doesn't really work. My keys are too plentiful. Thank you, Max, for this keyring. It has made finding my keys so much easier. I want to get a kick drum microphone to literally capture the sound of the kick going this way. Like, I want the microphone to be pointing here. I've got basically 5 minutes till I pick up the mics, so I'm gonna see what I can do with the kit, and then yeah, we'll rock and roll, baby. That's going to give some people nightmares, but it makes it easier to play. It's not about how it looks, it's about how it sounds. What's good? I'm taking a break. Don't ask me why, I just said what's good. So I've been recording some drums for about, I'd say 2 hours, pretty solid. When it comes to these tracks for the short film that will not be named currently, it has a name, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. Where do we go from here? Well, I need to add some keyboard to this in some way, whether that's on piano or organ or strings, if there's any patch like that on this keyboard. But before I do any of that stuff, I'm going to unplug the other microphones because it's just good etiquette and it just means I can focus as much time as I can on the keys stuff and then pack up like that. I've made some headway on like one particular composition, especially on the keyboards here. As a jazz piece anyway, I've had it written for ages, but I just didn't know where to use it. Or what am I doing now? I'm gonna bounce just the first piece. I don't know how I even have the audacity to call these pieces. So this spaghetti bolognese has cost 99p from Asda. Bear in mind this is a ready meal. For convenience sake, it tastes alright, but what I'm gonna go on a quest to try and find out is from my instruction book that has been like my saving grace while I've been here, just full of home recipes and stuff. I wanna find out whether it would be actually cheaper per portion to make a spaghetti bolognese from scratch. I'm gonna work it out, I'm gonna do the maths. This is a little side investigation in the logbook. You're gonna love this.
The Carpet King.
I'm going to be heading off to uni soon. It's about, what, 20 to 2? Yes, I woke up late. Do I care? No. Anyway, better strap yourselves in because this is going to be easily the most packed last week on the logbook I think we've ever had. Either way, this is going to be called last week on the logbook because that is pretty much what it is. Alfie has said the end of the logbook, the end of an era. Indeed it is. I mean, when you think about the fact that the era is genuinely a whole year, like it's not like this is just like a project that's lasted a couple of weeks, and it definitely isn't comparable to like a uni project. I started this not really knowing when the end would be. I found myself, really enjoying it. And yeah, I just, I'm quite proud of it. I'm quite proud of the effort I've put into it. So yes, definitely. Jesse has said, I will miss. What will you miss? You're gonna miss uni? You're gonna miss the instructions when you're cooking, because apparently you've given yourself food poisoning again. Ellie has said, I've really enjoyed this series. It's been a strangely comforting thing to watch on a Sunday night. Gonna miss the memes, but excited for what's next. There's been memes? Yeah, several memes. They will all be detailed in my memoirs. Nick has said, 4 minutes, bonjour. There's a translate to English button below it. As if people don't know what bonjour means. I mean, I get it, we've got brain rotted kids on the internet and they're not learning anything, so yeah. I'm gonna go take a French yes. Yes, I stole that joke from Family Guy. Jesse has also said, also that thumbnail is the most backrooms thing ever. Yeah, I mean, the way our uni's designed, like in that specific building, there are just corridors after long corridors, and they're always empty, like all the time. There'll be the occasional bit, you know, where it'll be busy because it'll be like a transfer of classes and stuff. But when you're just walking down alone, Felix has said, gonna miss the logbook, Toby. It's been incredible. Good luck with your future endeavors. Cheers, Felix. Appreciate it, mate. My future endeavors will be way more music focused. Don't worry. By that, I mean like solo works as well as like projects, things like that. Gigs. Definitely gigs, and a lot more short form stuff. I really want to try and get into that. Like, I'm not going to like fully convert because I don't really like short form that much. Like, I still believe in the power of long form, but I want to make my own style of short form, something that's at like really, really high quality. Also, my washing machine's going crazy in the background. I'm only trying to wash some bedding. And Lauren has said, hello Toby, I finally managed to get a chance to comment. I'm literally so excited to see what the last episode of the logbook entails. Let's go. Cheers, Lauren. This is it. This final logbook, I think it's been more reflective than the others. Ironically, it's been more productive than a lot of the others combined. I will admit, there's been episodes, you know, like, it's very clear to see there's been episodes of this series where I've straight up just like given up. Like, I've not, you can see that I'm like losing motivation a bit, you know, and like there'll be some days where I kind of just pull out the camera and try and film whatever, and it's very clear to see I'm flagging a bit. But we pushed through, you know. I think the fact that I still got an episode out every week, like give or take the few where like I was either on holiday or if my internet was being a poo-poo on a Sunday, you know, we got 52 episodes out at the end of the day. Like, the entire year of my life is documented here, and that's kind of cool to me. You know, there's been some days that are obviously not going to be great, and there's been some days that are pretty damn awesome. The entire lifetime, I think, of Celestine is documented here on the logbook, which is kind of funny. And I've specifically left this comment till last. Max has said, it's been an honour to have featured multiple times throughout the logbook. I've also thoroughly enjoyed watching the series on a Sunday night. Might I make a suggestion for next week on Logbook Radio? The End by the Beatles, if you haven't already, would seem fitting. This leads us right on to Logbook Radio. I don't need to sugarcoat it, I don't need to tell a story, I don't need to fill this void before telling you what the song is, because Max has already told you. The End is the song that closes Abbey Road. Well, Her Majesty technically does, but it's a strand of a song. The End is the true end of the album. It's fairly well known among Beatles fans that was the last time that John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison and Ringo Starr were in a room together recording the same song. I love the song a lot. I've done it for a lot of like my drum exams and things like that. It's the only Beatles song to feature a drum solo from Ringo because he hates drum solos. He doesn't want to do them. But yeah, I think it ties perfectly into the logbook. You're absolutely right, Max. So yes, that was last week on the logbook and also Logbook Radio for the final time. Thank you so much for like your support on those sections specifically. I think that's kind of made the logbook worth filming as well. Having those weekly sections has kind of pushed me to at least put something out. These days have always been kind of the longer ones to edit, and it's really cool. You know, I get to kind of share a bit of my taste with you. I get to see what you guys thought of the last episode and have a bit of a conversation. You know, I think that's cool. And yeah, I just want to say how grateful I am for the support you've given this series over the weeks, over the year. I'm going to be heading to uni in like a couple of minutes, so yes, take care, and I will I'm sure I'll see you soon. My parents came around last night and helped us fix this, so now we've finally got a extractor fan light, which is good. It's great in the evening. It's actually really good ambient lighting. Oh yeah, and we have cushions now. It's very nice indeed. The pug's met the pug. We're going to try and cook something from scratch today. It may inevitably end up being a spag bowl, who knows? But either way, I do want to cook some stuff to prep and like just have some stuff in the freezer for like a really easy day after uni. Unless we think of something else, which we probably will do. See you in a bit.
The Carpet King.
I pay 9 grand to be, nearly 10 grand to be here. 10 grand. This looks like a game of solitaire. Oh, that's not going in the logbook.
Get the memoirs up.
Hi, people.
Hello. Long time no see, Logbook. And it's the last time on the Logbook.
It's the last time, so this is potentially the final time you're going to see Lee ever. But slow.
About me ending Celestine.
Everyone is salty about you ending Celestine. The Zoom of shame. So Jesse made me install a mod for Gmod that's brought... Oh god, where have they all gone? I'm scared. Oh my god! Hello. It's Lee's face.
The Lees migrate south for the winter.
It's the fact they all jump as well. That's terrifying.
Try and run away for as long as you can.
Better be screaming well, breaker.
Oh! Oh! Hold on.
Come on, Herbie, let's go.
Going for a ride. Oh! He came out of the bloody ground. What happens to like other entities?
They also die.
Oh, amazing.
Bye-bye.
Hold on. It's just insane. I can't think of how else I can possibly escape them. It's because I got a squad following me.
Can they get you on top of that?
I don't know, probably. So they've got infinite jumps.
Just wait to see how long it takes. Oh, there's one of them.
It's just gonna like Back to the Future to the top of this thing. I appear to be fine. All is therefore, as I assume, well and good. I think they might have gotten stuck, you know.
Do you know? See if they can kill G-Man.
Oh, crap.
They are on the hunt. They can kill G-Man.
Oh god, you're all powerful, Lee. As long as you don't move. Like, if you don't move at all from your spawn position, they don't get annoyed. They're just like, right, cool, job done. Oh. Well, you came and saw. Ah, dearie me.
The Carpet King.
Italian tomatoes. Hello internet, how are you? I have not filmed much today, but in all fairness, it's been a very uneventful day. How does this happen? What is that, man? It's pink. I know by the camera it kind of looks red, but no, that's like hot pink. I'm going to ignore the toxic spillage on the kitchen counter. I definitely feel ready to end this thing now. Like, I've loved every moment of this, don't get me wrong, but it does feel like an accomplishment. It feels like it's done now. And yeah, I kind of just wanted to say thank you again for just watching, continuing to watch and support the series. But just thank you, you know, even if you've only watched this episode, like, cheers for checking in. Like, I appreciate it. It means a lot that like anyone watched the series at all. And I mean, it's just been really great. I've really enjoyed it. But ending it feels right, like I've said many times. And yeah, I got a cool announcement to make tomorrow, but I'll wait till tomorrow to actually do it because it's a fairly important thing. Good night.
The Carpet King.
Okay, something doesn't feel right about this. I just wanted to say thank you for watching the logbook. I'm not going to be filming anymore today, I don't think. I think this episode's gone on for long enough. I think the series has gone on for long enough. Yeah, this is it. Thank you so much. It's been a blast. I've really enjoyed this. One whole year of consistent vlogging, basically an entire year dedicated to documenting what goes on in my life, you know. It's been fun. It's been very fun indeed. Just before I go, I do want to remind you quickly, I'm doing my first ever solo gig on November the 8th at the Arc Space in Hockley. It'd be amazing to see you there. The ticket link, like last week, will be in the description. And yeah, leading on from that, really exciting announcement. And this is kind of something I've wanted to do for a while. I'm releasing a new single. Yeah, crazy, right? I've not released new music since Problem Child, and that was last year. So, you know, if I can at least get a single out this year, that'd be amazing. And yeah, that's going to come out the same day as my debut gig. I just thought it would make sense, you know, to have a song release on the gig day. Do you want to know what the song is? I wanted it to be something that was familiar to myself, a song that I think sums up everything that like the logbook was about, everything that my life has been about since, you know, since Problem Child's been released. And what better song to release than the one that plays at the start of every single one of these videos, the grandfather clock. It's maybe not the final version, but it's definitely a version that I wanted you guys to hear. It's got some interesting cover art, and yeah, that is going to be launching on November the 8th. I'll update my Instagram when a pre-save link goes live, obviously. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, so thank you so much for watching the logbook, and yeah, goodbye.